Hi, and welcome to Q's Workshop. In a recent video, I made a tap follower. Now ultimately what that is, it's to put pressure on the back of a tap. So if we take this tap as an example and we were going to tap this hole, it puts pressure on the back. So if I was going to tap into a hole, I would put the tap follower into the hole that's at the back of the tap. I'd have it in the tailstock. I would put pressure onto it, which pushes the front of my tap into the hole, and it gives it a certain level of pressure that when I'm turning this, it holds it in place, and it's also it's in a central line, so it keeps it centered, and then it adds the pressure. Now unfortunately, not all taps have got holes in the back. So if we take these, I mean these are a small and a large. So this is an 8mm one, actually used when I was making the tap follower. Doesn't have a little divot in the back like this that you can use a tap follower. So for some of those you would actually get something similar to a tap follower, but it's actually concave instead of a point, where this little edge actually fits into a little concave on the tap follower. But you also get, especially for smaller ones, well at least the one that I've got is for smaller taps, you get a little ratchet that you can use to help drive them. So if I take this ratchet, as I mentioned, it's only for small taps. You fasten it in there, and then it's just a nice easy way to ratchet it in. But now the problem with this is, again, while you're trying to ratchet it in, you're moving, you're not keeping it centered, so you're not getting a good start to your thread. So what I'm looking at on this is to create a little divot in the back here that I can actually use my tap follower in it. So then I'm taking a tap that doesn't have a little divot in the back, and then actually adding it on here, making it easy to tap. So that's what I'm going to do now, just create a little divot in there, and then I'm able to use this a little bit better with tapping. I'm just going to get this put into the lathe. Literally, it's just enough for that to sit in and not slip out. So now what will happen is, when I'm tapping, I'll have my tap in the front of this, I'll have that sitting in the back there, and this will be in the chuck, in the tailstock, and it will be pushing it forward like that. Or the same as in, if I've got it in the mill, it will be coming down in the chuck in the mill, pushing down on that while I'm threading into a piece of work in the mill vise. Yeah, so that's all I really wanted to do. It was just bothering me. So when I eventually finished the tap follower, I thought, let me get that done. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Alright, so I've got a tap in the ratchet. As you can see, it's got one of the sharp points at the back, so I'll use it in a ratchet rather. Okay, so just tighten that in there. Okay, so where I would usually have to stand like this and drive it in and put pressure behind it to try and drive it in, and as you're turning it, you can actually see that as I'm turning it, it's wobbling here in front, just trying to, so you've got to put a lot of effort into trying to keep it straight. You do get tap blocks, so it's a little block that you can put there, and then you tap through a block that's just a little bit bigger than the tap that you're using, and it kind of keeps it upright. You just have to hold the block then as well and make sure that everything gets is flush with the hole. But now with the hole here in the back of the ratchet, I can literally just stick that in there. I bring in the tap follower. The tap follower is in the chuck, but it's not fastened in tight, it's just hand tightened just to hold it. I back that up to there. Right, so I've got it backed against in the hole that I made, so I don't need to put any pressure now. The spring inside the tap follower is adding pressure. Sometimes it's not enough, so it depends on how much force you need, but the hole is drilled to the right, to the recommended size, and I've got it, so I literally don't have to put much force on it, and everything is remaining straight. Well, as straight as what it needs to be. The front of the front jaws of the ratchet is a little bit skew, but ultimately I don't need to add much force. Everything is being done here from the back, and I don't even have to turn the chuck, I can just do this, and then it's going to tap, and as I need to, I can just use the tail stock to add more pressure and have it tapped, and that's it. So that's a lot easier just with that hole there at the back, and being able to push a tap follower against it helps a lot. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.